Are we back? God damn it. So annoying. Streamlabs said it had an update. Said could not locate the something or another.
I'm all done with being on the battlefield, okay? I'd rather stay back than pursue victory out there.
You were all as ridiculous as always. We only managed to win because we... Was it something I said? Is it so odd, me talking about togetherness? If so, that perception must change. In fact, I'm canceling the festivities so we can discuss this topic further. I'm kidding, of course. Come on, everyone. We've earned this celebration.
It wasn't a really good joke. The timing was wrong. I'm canceling and I'm kidding.
Your work with the students was remarkable. I can see Gerald trained you well. I do hope you were able to use the occasion to bond with the students. I'm so happy to hear it. Nothing would please me more than if you used this coming year to grow closer still.
Of course, the mock battle was mere practice. The real fight is the battle of the Eagle and Lion, which will take place during the Wyvern Moon. You are expected to properly train your students so as not to humiliate the Academy during the long-held tradition.
Bruh, we just dominated. Fuck off.
As for today, I have called you here to tell you of your mission for the month ahead. Your class is to dispose of some bandits causing trouble nearby.
Those affiliated with Garrigmach Monastery have a moral obligation to help those in need. Students are no exception. Each month before the newly birthed moon departs, each house of students must complete their assigned mission.
We didn't question it. I just said bandits?
Task at hand alongside your students and report back to the Archbishop before the deadline. Understood. I will soon provide you with the necessary details for your first mission.
Why is he such a dick?
Now, I expect you would only forget, and I despise repeating myself.
I can sense something special within your heart. I have high hopes for you.
You'll see in a couple of
Bandits,
months.
they say. Do you recall when we first met? You shall not fall so shamelessly again, correct? Have you no words for me? Do not tell me that you are shocked to hear from me.
Your level of oof is over 9,000. Rip stream times. I know, dude.
You ought to know that I am always with you now. To hear my voice should not come as a shock.
It said this time, it was the same that it always says. It said, stream key can't contact server, some bullshit. It doesn't seem to be internet related. It seems to be, I think, at least. I was having issues with the updating the title. Change your stream key then. I know, I need to do that. I was just waiting to make sure to see it. It's through Mob Crush. I have to update the stream key through Mob Crush. You ought to know that I am always with you now. To hear my voice should not come as a shock.
What is this nonsense? All I was told was to kill as many noble pipsqueaks as possible. No one said anything about the Knights of Damned Saros being on our trail.
You have proven yourself worthless, distracted by something so trivial. I had hoped you would achieve your goal despite the setback. But now a child of the Knight's former captain is in play. How interesting.
Hey, this isn't what I agreed to!
Hiring a mercenary as a professor. What was that woman thinking?
Are you listening to me?
Look at that dumb armor and dumb voice.
You die.
What?
Underestimating the Knights was an amateur mistake. One you will pay for. The road to eternal torment awaits you all. Now I must locate your replacements.
Wait! Get back here! Damn you!
Sorry, Costas. If you place 2 units adjacent to one another, they will be able to use the trade command.
Part 1. White clouds. Harpstring moon. Familiar scenery.
Familiar scenery.
In honor of the saints whose births or deaths took place under this moon, the people perform music once beloved by those divine beings. Whether by harp, by flute, or voice alone, joyous melodies are shared between farmers as they sow their seeds.
Tilting the controller?
Of Tailteen and Gronder.
What? Units with crest have special abilities. Each crest is unique. Move your cursor over the crest and a unit's details display to learn more. There are new places to explore the monastery. Receive 2,000 gold from the Church of Ceros as funding for this month's activities.
As you have already been notified, your mission is to subdue some bandits. Our students have been learning about combat through study, but this is a precious opportunity to provide them with practical experience. The Knights will support your mission and are prepared to offer their assistance if necessary. In short, this is no mock battle. You must be prepared for anything. You
Got
will
it.
receive a message from the Knights when it is time to depart.
The last time we fought bandits, you saved me. The Knights are well aware of our enemy's strength. We can count on them to keep the battlefield under control for us. It seems unlikely that we would lose. Still, let's do all we can to prepare.
You seem well. Are you adjusting to life at the monastery? Oh, I didn't expect that answer. When we were mercenaries,
I think so.
loved everything. Outside of battle, you didn't have much contact with people. I thought being thrown into a swarm of noble brats to teach would be a bit much for you. But I guess I had nothing to worry about. By the way, I heard about those bandits. Your first assignment is to take them out, right? That's fairly routine for you by now. But don't forget it's the first it'll be tougher to sleep at night if you let one of your little pupils die.
Good point.
Stay vigilant and lead them well. I wish I could offer you my support, but Lady Rhea won't allow it. For now, I'll try to figure out what she wants from you. I don't mind you settling into your life here, but don't let your...
Everyone's got, like, such a chip on their shoulder.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Annie. Those events with the various effects, such as those with which increase the benefits of the share and meal activity for certain characters. The events will appear on the calendar. Select Explore on your day off to participate. Where's damage? Hit 80. That's range. 2. Okay. MT. Oh, that's might. That's right. Double XP and COD? Cool. Okay. So they're all the same. Hand axe? Oh, that's cool. A hand axe would be great for her. So she can attack at 1-2 range. So the hit is low, right? Oh, that one's even lower. Edelgard could only do... What does she got now? An Iron Axe? 8. Axis has low range in general. Should be good with that for right now. I've only got 2100. And I still have another birthday, 2 more birthdays. Yeah, you don't need to buy stuff now. From the map screen, you can travel instantly to places you've already been. Press the R button to open the map, select a destination, and then press the A to fast travel. Okay, cool. Press the X button to see where to find each character and facility at your selected location. How did it say that? Oh.
For some students, this will be their first time stepping onto a real battlefield. It's important that they're mentally prepared. As for me, do I look good? Is there anything else you wish to ask me about? Just as students have much to learn from other students, professors can also. You should consider seeking instruction from Professor Hanneman or Professor Manuela. I think you'll find their insight quite interesting.
No thanks. The story progresses, faculty training will become advanced drills.
Which house a student is assigned to depends on where they're from. That said, each professor has their own, so if a student is adamant about it, it is possible to switch someone from one house to another. Pending your approval, of course. If you become closer with the students by partaking in the various activities around the monastery, you'll be able to talk.
Cool. To recruit students from other houses, you will need to meet their requirements. Each student prioritizes different stats and skills. It's easier to recruit students who like you, so try building up your support level who you'd like to recruit. Certain non-students will also become available as the story progresses.
I fully accept the necessity of real battle from time to time, but it is still a surprise to be tasked with punishing bandits without warning. It is a rather different sort of mission. It makes me wonder what the Archbishop is planning.
Can I recruit her right now?
Hey there.
Leave me alone.
Professor, it is better if you do not approach me. If you spend too much time around a man of Dusker, there will be rumors.
Your performance
What?
in the mock battle was exceptional, Professor. You have inspired me to follow your example and study even more diligently. Perhaps we could train together sometime. I would love to test myself against your sword skills again.
I hear you've been tasked with hunting down bandits, right?
More to do.
Meanwhile, my class is stuck with a downright peaceful mission. Sounds like you'll be fighting alongside the knights, too. Don't let the monastery down, Teach.
Have I yet?
Professor, hey, do you know how old Captain Gerald is?
My dad?
That's enough, Leone. If I don't know, how could my child know?
It's not normal to forget your own age, you know. It's kind of worrisome, actually.
By the time you're forgetting your own age, you're past the point of caring.
I guess if you put it that way, you've got a point.
I have a request.
Real battle this month. I hear even the Knights of Saros are involved. I never taught you much about tactics, but there's a primer on it in my room. Give it a read.
Okay. Anyway, it's thanks to my adoptive father, Lenato, that a common
Lenato.
is here. He is the very model of chivalry. Some Huh? I'm really flattered, honestly.
Ash really values the following stats. Cha Lance. Try recruiting this unit again after you gain more experience. Charisma.
Let's see. That person sure does remind me of somebody, but I can't figure out who. Oh, do you need me for something?
He's always busy.
Okay.
I was thinking,
What about... Professor, you're the one taking out the bandits? That's one way to start your career at the academy.
Which you get a lot of naturally, of course.
I didn't expect they'd order us to risk our lives here. Seems a bit extreme, doesn't it? Hey, Professor. Pretty great timing. I want to ask you something. I'd like to be in your class, if that's possible. I've been thinking, maybe I ought to get serious about studying. Wow, very decided. I'll be there on time and in the front row and everything. You'll never have a better student.
What a sleaze. You can recruit if you're a female. Ah.
was thinking, the Knights of Saros are also known as the Shining Knights. We are the sword and shield of the divine Saros. There are many orders of knights in the world, but we are the only one that has the honor of bearing the name Saros. As a member of the church, you should
Congratulations.
probably study up on the history of Saros
On
and
what?
the Knights.
I'm bored. Maybe I should go into town. But that would be such a hassle. Oh, hi, Professor. I'm rather busy right now, so do make it quick. Ah, you can tell? I suppose
You get a free
the
weapon
professor
from
has
recruiting
taught you
Sylvian.
how to
Oh.
ferret out time wasters.
A moment, please.
The entrance hall? Now I can fast travel. Eloise.
Oh, Professor, how are you today? I'm just heading out for a mission. I'll be seeing you.
What makes you say that? Do you know something I don't? Are there supernatural elements at play? Ghosts? Oh, forget it.
Eloise, what the fuck?
You there. We will accompany you on your assignment. We don't want anything to happen to our precious students. If any of you run into trouble, we'll step in.
What? You look bored. Care to duel? What? I just wanted to spar.
I hate that guy.
So... Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Are you settled in here at the monastery yet? Make sure you have a good
Greetings!
look around.
No, they
There's
won't
lots
help
to
you.
see.
Yuritsa.
Like fish. You do know about the pond behind the dining hall, right?
Yes. The marketplace. The armorer.
What?
You there.
You there.
Perhaps. There are way too many vegetables in today's meal. The ratio of vegetables to sweets was completely skewed. Oh, hi, Professor. Well, everyone knows a plate full of sweets is far preferred to a plate full of vegetables, regardless of age. Yes, I'm actually very busy right now.
Magic Faith. Hey, Tra.
Bridget has much more warmth than Fodlan. Even spring here has coolness. And you, Professor? Which do you find is worst? Too hot or too cold weather?
What do I hate more? Probably, I like cool, but I don't like cold.
I have agreeance. In Bridget, I am able to be wearing much lighter clothes.
Let's head over there.
I've got to find out everyone's likes and dislikes so I know what to cook. Who knows when it'll be my turn at kitchen? How about you, Professor? Do you like sweet or spicy food?
She'll show you how light a bit later. Nice. Do I like sweet or spicy? Spicy.
Spicy? Ooh, your taste is so mature. I'll definitely remember that. Huh? You think I would be a good fit for your class? I'm not sure. There's still a lot I want to learn from my current class.
Magic. Magic and Faith again. Okay. The Magic Girls. I got 2 action points.
Do you know about the Cardinals? They are the ones who run the church.
Thank you, Thomas. With your ear pierced.
Their identities are a closely guarded secret.
Manuela. Amiibo gazebo. That's funny. When you scan an amiibo here, certain items will appear random. Save files, you get higher quality for scanning Fire Emblem characters. Each file may provide unique rewards. I need to borrow some amiibos.
There are some things I'll just never understand. Like the other night, I went on a date with a dashing, handsome, strong...
I got you, boo-boo. Yay!
Oh, I'm a bit weak just remembering him. Anyway, do you know what that no-good jerk said when we got back to my room? He said, "What a mess. I'm afraid..." You know who cares about keeping everything neat and tidy? Not me, that's who. Afraid to go in there. Some knight he is.
She is hot. How did I open my map? Like that. I need to go check that out, you said, right?
Hello. If you'll excuse me. Oh, Professor. Hello. Excuse me,
More magic. Harvest? Will that do anything? Should I just plant it all? Or I can only plant one thing? It'll only let me plant one. Sure, let's try what this does. Shamir?
We met.
No. Who are you?
No. Sorry.
Maybe.
This doesn't use Big Titty Goth Girl. I don't see a fish. Oh, okay. Yay! Another perfect fish. The fish is a cross between loaches and pike spawned in lake. Cook into a dish that boosts dinner. Can I keep fishing? Is that a good idea? Always fish as much as possible. Okay. Because you only get so many opportunities to do it, right? It's free and raises your professor level. Because you can only fish when you're exploring. Stark white fish that gleams in sunlight can be used when you share a meal. So every time I go exploring, I need to fish. Got it. I really like this way of fishing. That's a neat little mechanic. I'm guessing bigger and stronger fish have more and are faster than the rings. Golden fish, glittering gold. This fish boasts a high cost. I got a goldfish. So now I need to do a dining hall event. Whenever you see blue sparkly smoke, click on it. Did I see some? A sheet of paper with carefully curated information about different types of fishing bait and best tackle practice. Whoever wrote this knows a great deal. Cool. Okay, so they're just like environmental bonuses. Cool. This fish is commonly found in the Ermid River. It can be used when you share a meal. Dining event. Dining staff.
Would you kindly do something for me?
Collect recipes for the head chef. The library has quite a few books. You might even try your hand at cooking. Okay. Such a menu bring the professor students together. Effects are enhanced when dining students from your own house. Do they have none? They're moderate. Okay, okay. He's in mine now. Never dine with someone who has full motivation. I figured that was a total waste. Who else is in my house? Bernie's full. Ferdinand. Hubert. The faces are in your house. Oh, once you select them, you can't unselect them. Okay. The arrow shows you how motivated they will get from the food. So they'll get full motivation.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor.
Red, bad, blue, good. Okay.
Eating with friends is warming for the heart.
Did the day get later? Yes. When you do an event, the day gets later. That's cool.
Oh, Professor. Hello. Truth is, my undershirt got blown away by the wind. And it's not important why. It only matters that it's pale blue. Thank you so much.
Are you going to search with it?
What is it? I'm not doing anything.
I don't have any cake, so that would be a trick. It's not good to just do nothing. You don't actually find it. I didn't figure we did, but we just said we're going to look for it and that'll help. It's the thought that counts. I don't want to, like, be mean to her. I feel like she would take the cake bit as, like, an insult. But that seems scolding.
Cake? Oh, come on. That's just cruel.
But she liked it.
know of the Eyre family. We have long held the position of Prime Minister in the Empire. The Empire's power lies with 6 noble families, my family foremost among them. The full explanation may be time-consuming. I can give you a moment to get ready, if you would like to take notes. Alright, I will list the 6 great There's Caspar's father, Count Burgles, the Minister of Military Affairs. Then there's Linhart's father, Count Hevering. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is the Minister of Religious Affairs. Hubert's
Count
father,
Varley.
Marquis Vestra, is the Minister of the Imperial House. Finally, we have Duke Gert. One day, I am more talented than anyone in my class, even Edelgard. I will lead the Empire to a bright, enlightened future. There is nothing I cannot...
Eh.
Well, here's an idea. I hear the Officers' Academy of the eastern region of Fodlan was being invaded by Almyra, and so the Archbishop of the time took measures to prevent the border from being... In order to ensure Fodlan would be safe from potential threats, that is how the establishment was founded. Though it's...
Music.
The cathedral is nice and quiet. It's so relaxing. Oh, Professor, did you come to pray to the goddess? Me too. Shall... Oh, I'm already having so much fun in my...
Magic.
There's something else. It is the duty of every Fodlan noble to demonstrate piety towards Seros. Have you also come to offer your prayers to the goddess? I see. The truth is...
He liked
I'm not
that?
a particularly devoted believer either. But it would be unbecoming for a noble...
I was trying to... But we're not recruiting him.
Inside the cathedral, there is a chapel dedicated to the 4 saints. Do you know Saint Indec, Saint Macule, Saint Keyhole?
Saint Kathleen! Who is your favorite, Professor?
Now that you are a member of the church, be sure to familiarize yourself.
Member of the church. Keywords.
I have something to ask of you.
Go talk to the choir director.
I have a favor to ask.
Okay. Learn more about the Western Church. Collect recipes in the library. Library seems to be upstairs.
Here's an idea.
New weapons in stock at the armory. Okay, new weapons. New items in stock at the item shop. In that hallway you find the stairs. I thought so. Here, right?
Hey, you.
Let's see.
What? Xanadu, the Red Canyon, is a place of great significance to the Church of Seros. Even members of the church are forbidden from entering without permission. To go trampling around in there, causing trouble.
Those bandits are truly reprehensible.
Whose office is that?
Excellent work guiding the students in the mock battle. Taking command and bearing the unknown crest's power? Yet your talents are incredible, and Lady Rhea's insight as to your potential.
is doubly so.
You do seem to have a mark of the exceptional about you. I only wish...
Just ripped out a handful of hair. Here you go. Tactics Primer, a book containing the basics of tactics. It doesn't look like it's been read much. Was added to your barracks. Okay. Access the items menu to use, store, take, or swap items for your units. Items that cannot be carried will be sent to the convoy. Access the abilities and combats menu to equip your units with what they've learned. Down all the way, turn right. Look at them all. Cooking recipe that makes you hungry just reading them. Here you go, chef. A record consisting largely of the world outside Fodland. The author's identity is unknown, but they have clearly experienced these places firsthand. Oh, I didn't even read them. With the precipitous mountain range known as Fodland's throat acting as the dividing line, its people maintain a strong legacy of horsemanship and relish in the thrill of battle. Albania, a continent to the northwest of Fodland, its frigid climate home to numerous rare and valuable species of flora and fauna. However, the human population there is extremely small due to the intense cold and the frozen earth, which is unsuitable for growing grains. Morif's name of Metropolis of Magic. City of Illusion. Okay. Dagda, continent to the southwest of Fodland, due to its extreme distance. Cool. An archipelago nested between Fodland and Dagda, it is land of plenty that is often heralded as the perfect union of the gentle sea and nature's bounty. Both Fodland and Dagda have long vied? Yeah, long vied to claim this territory. String was once the name of an enormous peninsula to the north of Fodland. Today, only the northern half has kept the moniker, while the southern half now falls under the dominion of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Several warlike clans call this great wasteland their home. Certain areas are rocky desert. Dusker. Holy Kingdom Fargus. Ogma Mountains. Garrick Mach. The Garrick Mach is the continent, okay. Under the tyranny of ruthless, the sword of the people endured a long period of suffering. The vile nemesis who proclaims the king liberation, delight in war and bloodshed, rather than rebelling and persecution. People found his death in a scramble. 41 years before founding of Eastern Empire. Nemesis with the old guy fighting in the opening cinematic. Ah. Imperial Year 91. Imperial Year 7. So that was year 91? What year is it now? was a long time ago then. War of the Eagle and Lion. Holy Church of Saros mediated between the two, and Fargus secured its hard-won independence as the Holy Kingdoms of Fargus. 801, the Leicester Rebellion. Rule jointly as an alliance. Year 901, founding of the... So Leicester's the most recent. I love that you like reading the books. I want to know about this game, for sure. The Empire dispatched troops in order to help conquer his threat, and the attackers were just barely driven off. 1101. To defend against future Almiran invasions, the Alliance, the Kingdom, and the Empire joined their efforts and resources to construct the indomitable fort known as Fodlan's Locket.
I can't believe it. I'm so glad to be a student here. If only because I get to use this library. Reading books from all the regions of Fodlan. I feel almost like I'm visiting those places myself.
Fodlan. I need to remember that.
I'd like to. Ah, Professor. I'd like to learn more about you.
Dexterity and authority. You got it, pal. Register of prominent noble houses of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. This document is expressly for official use by the Church of Saros. Students are forbidden to remove or peruse this documentation. 1179 edition. Inaugural King of Church of Saros. House Bladed. 1176, his older brother Grand Duke Rufus of Itha. Strife and order still. The House of Dukes claims Fraul Darius of the Ten Elites as its ancestors. There are a lot of houses. In the early 1170s. So these books are for the student or for the faculty only. Register of prominent noble houses of Leicester Alliance, documented expressly for official use. Godfrey died in an accident while on duty. He did leave a daughter. She's presently unaccounted for. House Goneril, Ten Elites, military house, chiefly tasked, Almian army, territories, position east, Lord Holst, the next head of the house, widely known as the Adlai General. House accounts with lands or Delia. In 1167, hello, Olive. Lost much power due to internal discord. For the last several generations, no head of house Daphne was born a crest. Interesting. House Gareth. Even still, it fell to ruin in 1175 after permitting the combined invading forces of the Dagda and Bridget army to make landfall. House Ox. Bodlin's Fangs. His whereabouts are unknown. There are so many houses, like 18? Series of misfortunes that plague that storied house, and some believe dark clouds hover over the future. House Ajir. Holds the true power governing the empire. Vestra. That's what Ferdinand was talking about. Berglitz. Commands all the armies that do not directly belong to the empire. So very much military. House Varley. Consists, or a house of counts that has inherited rule over the empire's ministry of the religion, whose main responsibility is to maintain amiable relations with the Church of Saros. However, due to the estrangement of the church from the empire in recent years, it is now more involved with the judiciary, causing political strife within the Ministry of the Interior. Lots of house stuff.
Lovely. Swimming through a sea of countless books, tracking down that single sought-after volume.
Your first meeting, I hated him. But I'm alright with Linhart right now.
How do the poor fools who spend their days sharpening swords and polishing...
Classic cookbook. What? How do I get up there? You don't. What is that blue up there?
Swimming through a sea, it's how do the poor fools...
You see it on my map? It's hard with chat. Yeah, there's blue right there. The blue is Linhart. Oh, that's it? He's just flashing. Oh no, that's me that's flashing. Big oof.
What? Hey, you.
I see. Thank you for paying me a visit. Is there anything troubling you? Or is there perhaps something I can help you with? Believers live their lives by her sacred wisdom. Please use the library's vast resources to learn more. I can often be found here, so if there is ever an...
Hey, she likes me! Learn more about the Western Church. Oh, I think those were the two next to... Linhart, right? That I did not read. I guess 3? Book of Saros. Dare not doubt or deny the power or existence of the goddess. Dare not speak the goddess's name in vain. Dare not disrespect your father, mother, or any who serve the goddess. Dare not abuse the power gifted to you by the goddess. Dare not kill, harm, lie, or steal unless such acts are committed by the will of the goddess. The goddess cares for and protects all that is beautiful in the world. The goddess will never deny the splendors of love, affection, joy, peace, faith, kindness, temperance, modesty, or patience. Follow her example, and in doing so, abide her laws.
That's so.
The Book of Saros Part 2. The creation in the beginning amid the Let's read this one first. The goddess is all things. She is heaven above and the land below. She's eternity incarnate. She's the present, the past, and the future. Her eyes see all. Her ears hear all. Her hands receive all. She who is graced with the holy word of the divine goddess who bore witness to her magnificence is the one called Saros. She is the messenger of the heavens, the bridge between the lands above and below, and her blessing shall bring tidings of peace to all. With the goddess's omnipotence and wisdom to guide her, Saros ensures that her will be done. As the goddess's sword, Saros wards away evil. As a child, Saros makes emperors of mortals. As wings, Saros elevates people. Voice spreads the word of love. Sublime sword is entrusted to you. The emperors are crowned before you. Those wings clear your path. The voice whispers words of trust. May the blessings of the goddess follow you always. I'm not sure about this goddess. The creation. In the beginning, amid the great cloudless ocean, Fodlan came to be. And at the end of a long journey, the goddess glimpsed that land and there alighted. Upon the sacred ground, she breathed life into the world and created all the creatures upon it. Goddess's hand, plants took root, birds took sky, animals roamed. Last of all, created humans. Humans wish for power granted, gifted them blessings of the heavens. By way of magical arts, humanity attained great power, yet unaware the great power portends great evil. By the grace of goddess' divine protection, humanity thrived. Through her blessings, prosperous and numbers rose. Before most powerful creatures, Fodland as well, darkness descended north, darkness that devoured, desecrated, and threw the world inhabitant state of chaos. Faces evil, goddess created new well. She gifted certain, those are the crests, allowing them to wield mystical weapons that they may prevail against the darkness. These souls, buoyed in their divine gifts, conquered the evil ones and drove them back to the north. They came to be known as heroes. This is going to be a long playthrough. Heroes experienced unnaturally long lives, persisting for hundreds of years. Even after they breached their last, the power coursing through remained, leaving indelible mark upon power past bloodlines crest. Mystical weapons, heroes' relics. Legend of New Age was born. Descendants of heroes sought power, blood, in time amassed crest relics, land wealth, using all set the land aflame with war. Goddess of power, flow of evil became tool of destruction, all because the greed. Goddess grieved and heartbroken, hid herself heavens, and she came.
That's so.
I feel like we learned it all, right? Why is the quest not done then? Students in the courtyard. Can I not travel to the the courtyard?
I was thinking.
Bridget, Elmira, Dusker, even people from Word of Advice, Professor.
That's a bulletin board up there. This is the courtyard, right?
What the?
What the?
A moment, please.
That reminds me.
That was it. You got it. That was all there was. Huh.
Hey there, Professor. You here to check in on my training? Oh, that
No,
reminds
I don't
me.
care about
I
you.
found this small cloth. It's kind of weird.
Is it the blue cloth?
Not really sure what it is, but it works great for wiping up sweat. Hey there, Professor. Oh, that reminds me. Not really sure what it is. Hey there, not really sure what it is, but it works great for wiping up.
The next assignment is to drive out bandits.
We can't get it.
Sounds like some training is in order.
Tell me something, Professor. When it comes to a one-on-one battle, which is better? You might be right, but when it's all said and done, I still...
I don't like you.
That reminds me. For years, the Boar Prince and I were inseparable. So let me give you some advice. Beneath all that, he's strong and skilled, sure. Take care he doesn't chew you up.
And now that you're all the way over here, Professor, care to join me in some training? After training, I love tending to the horses or
It's
burying
okay.
myself in a... Hi, Professor. I've actually got plans, so let's...
So those blue are the... Choir sign-up sheet.
Oh, truth is,
Yep, it's still going. All of them are done.
You're a lifesaver.
Thanks for sharing. Select somebody to cook with. Come here, Bernie. Luck +2 for the rest of the month.
sounds fun. Let me show you my cooking talent. A little more secret spice, and... Hey! No peeking!
What do you think, Bernie? That got a lot of experience. Blue smoke. Oh, I didn't even notice. Was there blue smoke in there?
My savior, thank you.
I can go back and get it. Fast travel. Seteth.
Well done. You have my thanks.
You're welcome, dude. I learned all I could about the church. I know about the goddess now, dude.
There's something else.
Hell yeah, dude. Popular for bright notes. So that's everything. Any more smoke? Time to teach.
Have you not been told what's expected from lectures here? Well, I can tell you how it works based on what I've heard from other professors.
Have you not been told what's expected from lectures here, where I can tell how it works based on what I've heard from other professors? When you instruct your students, they gain skill experience. As their skill levels increase, they will gain access to new abilities and combat arts. Italian Joe, get out of here. Bye-bye. Gone. When you set up a group task, the students you assign will continue the task until you change it. After the first round of instruction each month, your students may come to you with a question. They'll be motivated to like your answer.
Before starting a lecture, it's a good idea to determine everyone's academic goals. Students will want to prioritize studying things that will help them achieve their aim.
Using the goals menu, okay?
It's probably easier to get good results if you instruct students based on their interests and specialties. Of course, that doesn't mean it's pointless to teach someone things unrelated to their personal goals as well. By looking beyond their preferences, some students may find their interest.
Cool.
A student's goals may change based on their studies or the experience they gain while on mission. When that happens, perhaps you could help them decide what new goals they should set. How motivated a student is will affect to help cultivate their motivation. I think please try your best to motivate everyone so that...
Okay.
At the Officers Academy, students are encouraged to engage in various activities in and if you instruct your students to work together as a team, it will help to deepen their bonds and produce better results. Have you heard about the certification exams? Everyone here is working hard to become a certain type of soldier. And those tests are how you can check to see how... In order to pass the exam, you need to train enough to become whatever class you're aiming for.
Okay.
Take care to develop your students strategically so that they can pass their certification exams.
Okay. Begin lesson planning. Auto-instruct. Okay. Very motivated. Okay, motivated. Very motivated. Okay. I'm intervening here for a second. Hit me, turtle. Give me the knowledge bomb. Please take a look at a random student. Okay. Blue arrows mean they learn those things easily. Do you want to hop in Discord? Would that be easier for you?
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. Okay, yes. Awesome. So, here's what's going on.
Okay.
You have all of your different things that you can tutor a kid in.
Mm-hmm.
You always get four tries in order to teach somebody. Those tries come in a varying range of successes. If you were to click on one of Edelgard's skills, not at this moment, but if you were to click on one of them, it will raise the level of whatever that skill is.
Okay.
If you get a good, it means that it raises it by however many points it says on the right side. If you get a great, you raise it by 1.5 times that amount. If you get a perfect, you raise it by twice that amount. Those are all random, and the better that your professor level is, the more likely that you're going to get greats and perfects.
Okay.
If you get a perfect, it also replenishes one little piece of your motivation level. So, and it only does that once. If you got all perfects, it'll only give you a bonus step just one time.
Okay.
So, you have the ability to train somebody 4 to 5 times. Not very often, but still possible when your professor level is rather low. You could fail at tutoring someone for one of their motivation points. This is random as well. And it will give you an option to critique or to console that student. If you pick whichever one the student's feeling better with at that point, it will restore one piece of motivation to the student. But again, all of that is random. You don't know if any of that's going to come up regardless of whatever. If you look at Edelgard right now, if you go down to her reason magic, which are the 2 black books, you see those 3 little stars there. That means that skill is a budding talent. If you tutor that student in that skill well enough, they will actually, once they get all 3 stars, after you've done it long enough, they will gain a little blue up arrow in that skill, and they will get you a free skill ability. So it doesn't happen for every character. There are some characters that do not have budding talents, but I would say 5 students in each class probably have a budding talent somewhere.
Okay.
Here's another thing to think about. So, the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the top 7 skills that you see, going from swords all the way down to faith magic, the white book. Those are all things that you could tutor your students in, and those are going to be the things that mostly your students are going to need to pass exams in order to get better classes, in order to become better units. The things at the bottom, if you scroll all the way down, the skills that are at the very, very bottom are things like heavy armor, riding, and flying. You will also need those things if you want your students to pass an exam of that sort. Like, oh, I want my student to ride a horse. Okay, well, then you need to make them better at horse. Ta-da. You never need to up authority, which is the one right above heavy armor, the little flag. You never have to up that one yourself. The only reason why you want to do that is if you want better battalions for your students, but you don't get those for a little while. So I would recommend not ever tutoring in authority unless you really need it.
Okay.
So I have a couple things that I just want to throw out there for you.
Okay.
So, with this being your first time playing, I don't know how likely it is. I think I got like 5 out of my 8 students in my first playthrough to get all the way to like the biggest, best classes. Like the biggest, best units that they could be, and then 3 of them were just kind of they were on like the penultimate level. They were like a level 3 tier unit instead of level 4. Unless you in your own spare time want to go and look at that information on a website or something, it is very hard to plan exactly what the kids are going to need for their next exams to become like bigger and better classes.
Okay.
So if that interests you, that you're like, yeah, I would like to see what they could become in later years. I would like to see like if they need this or this or this. Then by all means, go ahead and go look at that when you have time. But you definitely don't have to.
Okay.
I would suggest backing out of Edelgard for the moment, because we have not selected to tutor any of her skills yet. Awesome. Would you go to goals? So back one more. The goals are going to be the things that influence your students the most. You can, for each week that you tutor your students will gain, they will gain skill experience in whatever you tell them to gain. You can tell them to gain experience in 2 different categories. Or you could tell them, hey, just focus on one category, and it would up their skill experience a little bit. It's usually not worth it to just have them do one. It's usually worth it to have them work on 2 things at once. So I am going to put myself out there for just a second. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what each of these people are particularly good at, and like you can check this, or after I say this, you can completely ignore everything that I say and be like, you know what? You said that Hubert is a good mage, but I want him to use accent. Okay, awesome. You go for that. So Edelgard is, as she goes along in the story, she is going to unlock some special tier classes that are just for her.
Okay.
She uses axes in those. She is also pretty good at using heavy armor. So she's a pretty good tank for your team.
Okay.
Hubert is a very powerful mage. He really only likes reason magic. He does not like to learn faith magic. You can take that however you will. Mostly what you see on the kids already, the little goals that they have already planned out for them, are things that are good for them. Like they're naturally inclined to do well in those things. Ferdinand is really good at heavy armor and riding. He is a good tank, or he is a good cavalry unit.
Okay.
He does not like magic, really, at all. Lindhart is very good at both types of magic, reason and faith. So he's kind of great there. For Caspar, he likes to use axes and brawling. He's pretty good at like a fighter type class, something like a barbarian.
Okay.
Bernadetta is she is really good at bows, just because archers typically use combat arts a lot. The things that let you hit for a lot of damage.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, her crest is very good at that, and you use that a lot as an archer. I always kept her as an archer, and the final tier of being like a super great archer means that you have to be good at riding, so I usually assign that to her. But then again, I don't know if we're gonna get to the final tier of like all of these people.
Okay.
Dorothea is really good at reason magic, and something that I am going to be, I would really like to advise you on with her, is that if you look at her instruct, you don't have to do this right now, but she has a little red down arrow for faith magic, but she also has the 3 little stars that go with it, which means that if you train her up in faith magic, she actually starts to like it at some point.
Okay.
She gets really good at it. I would say that Hubert is all around a great offensive mage. I would say that Linhardt is a really good defensive mage, and Dorothea is a really good utility mage. So for Linhardt and Dorothea, I would very much suggest asking them to do reason and faith magic. She does not get very good strength at all, which is a little weird that they suggest.
Recommend sword?
Yeah. She likes to use swords, but she's not very strong, so she's not like super awesome at it. She can get a skill later that lets her use her magic in place of strength, but in all honesty, you only have Linhardt as your one healer. It's probably good to have Dorothea as a second healer. She doesn't have as good of stats as Hubert, but her spells are probably the best in the game.
Okay.
Petra is very, very fast. She is pretty much great at any type of weapon that you want to give her, and she would make a good flying unit if you want one of those. But honestly, just let her train in swords because she's really good at swords. And then Sylvain is another guy that likes... he's pretty much what Ferdinand is. He's really good at riding, and he likes to use lances, so good for him. You might be able to have enough room to put Sylvain in your party, but then again, if you're a low-level professor, I don't know that they're going to let you put out your full house and Sylvain right away. So if you really want to use Sylvain, then you'll probably have to kick somebody else out.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my 2 cents with all of this.
So
yes.
When we go into combat, I go with the house?
Yeah, when you go into combat, you'll pretty much have your house, your whole
Okay,
house.
cool.
Yeah. As you get up in Professor... Oh, yeah, because, sorry, the first chapter that you did, it only let you use, like, 5 people.
Yes.
You will be able to use your full house and yourself from now on.
Okay.
So they'll all be there, ready to work for you.
Cool.
So yeah. Again, do what you want, but my big thing here is Dorothea has really good faith magic skills that are very powerful, so try to tutor her in faith magic when possible.
Like
But
where
that's
she's
just
got
me.
faith there.
Yeah, she doesn't like faith at the moment, but give her a go when the time arises. For the moment, she can only be tutored twice because she is moderate
Half.
satisfaction. So I would just go for the people that have full satisfaction at the moment, so you can get the most out of it. But if you go through the game and you're like, geez, instructing takes for fucking ever, then there's also auto instruct. It just picks people and random skills to level them up in. I would suggest go ahead and getting to know your students and to try to instruct them personally for the moment. But yeah, that's my 2 cents with instructing. The last thing they talked about was group tasks, and that's sort of good. It's a little helpful. You can tell 2 people to train in horses, heavy armor, or flying, so
Okay.
that you don't have to necessarily tutor kids in that. Every week, your kids will raise up in skill level from their goals, and at the end of the week, whoever you assigned to one of those jobs, they will get a tiny boost in one of those things.
Okay.
And group task is completely free. You don't have to like pay anything for it. So I would take a second on instruct to look at what everybody's good at, just so you get an idea for what they like.
Budding skill reason. Good with this axe. Budding skill lance. But I want him to be a mage.
Yeah, some people get a budding skill that isn't particularly helpful, but like he could make it work if he wanted.
And you said the reason is and faith is, those are the magics.
Yes, faith and reason are both of the magic skills.
He's good with heavy armor, sword, and he wants lance, I think.
Yep, he's very all-around melee weapons.
Linhart, both of those. And so you just
really just likes his magic, and that's about it.
You just go to them, and then like his are already there, reason and faith.
Yep. Again, for the most part, these guys pretty much have what they need. I would say the only one that we needed to really change was Dorothea.
I don't really care if she has a lance, though.
Yeah, she doesn't really need the lance.
Flying?
She could. For the flying, see the hard
riding.
The hard part is that you can't see what all of the advanced classes are right now because you haven't. None of your students are at a high enough level for it. Which that's my main complaint with the game for first timers is that you can't really look at the student and be like, "Oh, perfect! I know exactly what to tutor them in," because Bernadetta, I don't think it said that she loves to like learn about writing, but like if you want the biggest, best archer out there, you need to train them in writing and yeah.
Okay, so go through instruct, look through what they're pretty good at.
Mm-hmm.
He's good with reason, budding skill, so he could be a mage swordsman.
Yeah, he would be an okay like mixed unit.
Wait, it wasn't him.
No, that was Sylvain. For anybody that you want to become a cavalry unit, you will want them to train in lances and riding for the moment.
Lances and riding?
Yeah. Nice. Again, I think that's kind of the biggest pitfall with this game, is that if you go in completely blind, and you don't really want to do like the research about the different the different exams that the kids can take, then it's a little annoying to get to the right level. Like, oh, my character's level 20 now, they can class change into something, and then to see like, oh, I haven't trained this one thing that they also need for this class. Great, guess I better go train that up for 5 chapters.
Does the speed affect the flying then?
Like if your character is really speedy?
Yeah, like Petra.
That would mean that for Petra, she would be a great flyer because she is speedy. She would make a good Pegasus Knight. The Pegasus Knights, or she would make a good Wyvern Rider as well. She would do very well at that because flying units don't really like to get hit. They're kind of glass cannons. So for Petra, she would do well as a flying class because she could dodge a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So axe and magic, lance and riding, magic. Caspar, I don't care.
Just stick him with the axes and the brawling.
He's fine.
Plenty happy.
Bow and riding, magic, sword flying, and sword magic.
Awesome.
So now I can instruct them?
Uh-huh.
So Edelgard.
I'm sure she would love to be instructed.
Oh, so you also... Yeah, that's what you're saying. Like, you can look at their goals, and then you gotta... Oops.
May I ask a question, Professor?
What did I do?
Oh, no. Shoot. Did you save right before then?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Honestly, your first tutoring session probably wouldn't have done much, but...
Oh, I lost all of it?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Why is that an option? It didn't even give me like a selection? It just said, fine, fuck all your progress?
Yeah.
That's very disappointing.
It's okay. The good thing is that the part where you get most of your weapon experience from is by battling, and by the lessons at the end of the week. It'll automatically raise everybody up based on whatever goals they have.
Fuck.
Yeah, sorry, babe. I've definitely done that.
Why is that not... It's just at the bottom. You press B and it automatically snaps you to get out of there. Ugh. Well, I understand it at least. I understand what I just skipped out on.
Yay!
Oh my god.
Thanks.
I have done that a few times.
That's so frustrating.
I know.
Now shit's just falling. Okay, well, that is good to know, though.
Yep. I will let you keep going on the weekend thing that you have here, or are you going to be saving soon?
Yeah, I'm actually... It just auto-saved, so I'll probably just back out of this and be done for tonight.
Sounds good.
So frustrating.
Well, thank you for letting me word vomit at you, and I hope that we kind of got people on the right track for you.
Yeah, well, their goals have been set now, and it looked like they leveled up for all those things, so that's whatever. And then I have another one tomorrow after the battle today. We have that thing tomorrow.
Yep.
So that'll be that. Also, before you get out of here, now that we're at 150, we'll talk here very soon about scheduling the bomb game.
Yeah. Very excited.
Very excited too. Probably look to do it maybe next week sometime, so we can talk offline about that, and I'll create a thing tonight.
Yes, we do need to discuss dates.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Turtle.
Absolutely. You have a wonderful evening, sir.
Hey, you do the same. I'll talk with you. I might play some more tomorrow, so I'll message you again if I do.
Sounds good.
Cool. Bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
All right, guys, we're gonna save tonight. We're gonna be done. It's close to the 10 mark, and I am getting really tired. I'm gonna keep working off camera on trying to get my chair comfortable for me, since I'm like crippled or something now. Let me switch over here, turn everything off. Guys, what a great stream. It was really great tonight. Listen, so Olive over here, social media, follow it. I've got Mixer right now. In the end, we're going to be focusing on Twitch. Right now, I'm on Mixer, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Those 4 right now, trying to get the biggest audience. So tell your friends, have them come join the church, have them come hang out. I love chatting. That's my favorite part, is communicating with everybody. So bring friends. Tell them to come to church. You don't want them to live a life of eternal damnation, do you? No. Bring them to the Gamers Church. Down below, we're at 100. That's not right. It says we're at 151, but I don't know if that's right. I'll need to look at that because I didn't see any other come through, did I? I don't think so. So that's a little odd. We're at least at 150 though, which, if you were just listening, Turtle and I are going to keep playing the bomb game, Don't Stop Talking and Nobody Explodes, or Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, whatever the hell the name of the game is. That's what we're going to be playing. We played the first part for 100 followers. It was a lot of fun. We got really far. We are now moving to the 150, so we're going to be doing the second half of that game. Over here, yesterday, donated $10 from LabChamp. Thank you so much. We're at $10 to our goal for the ring light so that we can increase the production value overall. Today, new followers. Who do we get? We had Sterling Archer joined in the middle of the night. Hasn't been to church yet when we've been in session, but thank you, Sterling Archer, for helping out, joining the church. We have 98 Black GSR. We have Ruyak. And we have Kegston, who all joined today, pushing us to our goal, as we mentioned. Very excited. We're going to be doing that very soon. Everybody who commented, everybody who followed, everybody who liked, everybody who shared, everybody who donated, everyone who came to church today, thank you so much. That's why I do it. I have a ton of fun streaming. Going to keep going. The ceiling is the limit. The floor, walls, whatever. I'm tired now, okay? It's been a long day. Yesterday we did a 12-hour stream. Today I did from 4 to 10. So a solid 6 hours. Really fun. Turtle, thank you so much for your advice. Ragebox, thank you for your advice as well, and input on Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Had a lot of fun today with that and Darksiders. Those are the 2 games I'm playing at the moment. We'll pick up some other ones. Call of Duty. We always play social games. Love that. I want to do some more solos if I can, if that's even still an option. But that's the stream. Thank you, everyone. Let me check to see who's online. See if anybody of our friends are online that we can go host. I don't see anybody. No, I don't see anyone. Well, that's okay. Anyway, I am probably going to play some more tomorrow, given that I have the availability to do so. So stick around. Make sure notifications are turned on for the church. That's it for me, everyone. Have a good night. Thanks again, and I will see you tomorrow probably. Stay